Hello, folks. I wanted to make this video to as an explanation to the new CD. Uh, I've recorded it twice, almost completed, or over halfway completed twice, and both of those Macs that I had crashed. And then I got a PC, and usually when I get a new program, I always do some cover music, kind of like Garage Days, to learn the new equipment, get used to the new stuff and stuff, and it keeps me humble, man. Most foremost, this CD's got 7 songs of vocals. It's all just vocals, strings, and percussion this time. Since I had to redo it a third time, and this time a week before I was finished, the inbox went out. I had to replace it. So now I got a new inbox, and then I ripped my muscle away from my bone doing Muay Thai reverse elbow strikes. And all during the making of it. And it still wasn't the worst one. When I had those 5 surgeries at one time, both hands, that was in the middle of recording 2 albums. So, this isn't the worst that I've dealt with. So, I'm handling it okay. Yeah, like I said, it's the 3rd time recording this, and I wouldn't dare name it Lounge and Film Music Volume 6. I'm not superstitious, but, I'm not going to name it that. I've decided with Russia and the Devil, because it's like songs that mention the devil, and it's like Russian classical music done surf style. Okay, I don't know what my next project's going to be. I'm working on a original solo album as well right now, and I'm going to work on some of that stuff. I'm probably a third or a quarter of the way through with that, and most of that, so half of that stuff's written. As far as the lounge and film music stuff here, I threw in a few rock songs. Race with the Devil, 5 Years Ahead of My Time, and Misunderstood by the Saints. 5 Years Ahead of My Time by Third Bardo. Race with the Devil is Gene Vincent. I threw in a few rock songs. I never record any rock. This is the only 1978 is the newest song I've recorded, because I usually just record art music, operas, Broadway, big band music. Mostly classical music. I'm going to keep writing the classical music. I've got a bunch of that stuff too. I don't know what my next project's going to be. I'd like to do some death metal or something heavy or some psych. Okay, all these lounge and film music albums have had different concepts, like Brazilian music one, and then Italian music kind of the other, in the 50s. This has definitely got a Russian gypsy vibe to it. And I even added the spy chord to some of the songs that didn't have it, and added some kind of Russian modes to the stuff that didn't have it too. Okay, Song of India and Arabian Dance were Russian composers that was influenced by Indian music. They didn't have sitars and stuff, but they went to India, and Korsakov and Tchaikovsky was influenced by that stuff. I have a sitar, so I did Arabian Dance and Song of India and put some sitar on it. So I brought the sitar back to the pieces, so I thought that would be kind of cool. Fiddler on the Roof theme, the way the scales ascend and descend differently in Middle Eastern music is so awesome. And then the Jewish gypsy stuff, that I just had to do a surf version of it. It's just straight up surf. And then The Shadows, Man of Mystery, that's a very good spy sounding song. Hungarian Dance, I did as a surf song as well. That's another classical piece. April in Paris, I did with no percussion at all. I tried to put some tabla or some drums on it and some bongo and stuff, and it just didn't sound right, and I couldn't get it to sound right. So I just left it spacious. Tequila, I want to do a version of Tequila. Everybody and their mother and their little sister does Tequila with guitar solo and everything, and I just don't like guitar players, man. I just don't like guitars much. I only listen to like 5 guitar players. So I put a sitar solo on it because that's out of my league. I'm not good at sitar, so that's why I put a guitar solo. I wasn't really concerned about guitar solos that much on here. My favorite one is just like, hold on, I'll think of it in a second. I'm a Fool to Want You, Sinatra. I put a Texas blues beat on it, like a Houston kind of blues beat on that one, because it's like that kind of song. From Russia with Love and 007 theme by John Barry kind of adds the spy thing to the CD. And The only couple of songs that I'm thinking of working on next for lounge and the next lounge and film thing that's not going to be called Seven. It'll have a different name now, you know. The only other couple of covers that I want to work up is Dark Eyes, which is a Russian gypsy song that would have really fit on this CD, but it's long enough already. A couple of songs didn't fit on the video, so I'm going to have to put them separate. Fiddler on the Roof and Arabian Dance will be separately, and I'll probably make another video that I can monetize of a few songs that are able to be monetized. The classical music, the more classical music I could do, the more I can monetize and sell it. But, you know, I'm not really worried about that, and I'm not worried about being famous, you know. Definitely not being famous. And I go to shows and I'll say, my name's Bob, thanks for coming out. And my friends will look at each other like, why do you say his name's Bob? And it's funny to me because I'm not trying to be famous or anything. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to do any of that, you know. And, you know, I think music's one of the only pastimes that people, you know, you do it when you're over 30 and people are like, well, what are you trying to do? I don't understand. Why are you making music? I don't get it. Nobody ever does that. Well, why are you watching football, Bob? Are you trying to be a scout? Are you going to go scout football? No, I just like watching football. It's like, have you ever made any money watching TV? You know, people ask you ever made any money? Yeah, I've made thousands of dollars playing music, you know, more than I've made watching TV. You know, and it's just funny that way to me. Okay, even though this is a Russian sounding spy album and surf punk and classical music, I still had to throw in the Texas blues, and there's a Tejano beat on Tequila and bass line because it just sounds great to me. And there's still the Indian aspect with the sitar, but that kind of goes back to the Russian gypsy stuff because a lot of the Russian gypsies. I'm such a music geek, man. I'm all into this. I'm all geeked out in every aspect of music, from the modes to like the history, music therapy. I mean, I went to school for music twice: music theory, and then chef school, and then music therapy. Anyway, and plus, I wanted some of the songs, the old jazz stuff, the big band stuff. I wanted it to swing balls. You know, and the reason I do all this stuff is because I love it, man. You know, just like some people paint. I don't do it for the money. I'm not gonna do it for free, but I don't do it for the money. And I've had 7 surgeries from practicing guitar and classical music for so many years. So I'm definitely not gonna get out and do it for under $50 an hour. If you want a copy of the CD, buy some of my artwork, and I'll send you a copy for free. If you buy any one of my CDs or any of my artwork, I'll give you this for free. I can't sell it because some of the songs are copywritten. I'm not going to monetize it until BMI and ASCAP contacts me, and they will. And then I'll monetize it later when they do that. Let me see. Yeah, like I said, I've only recorded a few rock songs. Everything's before 1970. I mean, I don't want to record any. I can't really learn from that. A lot of guitar players and stuff. Anyway, this old stuff's awesome. I did everything on the Strat and the classical guitar, the sitar, the tablas, and the drum set. I like to say I record big band music with a rock band, like Frank Zappa, except I play all the instruments myself, like Prince or David Bowie. You know, and I'm not saying I'm anything like those guys, man. Believe me, man. You know, I strive to be, you know, you know, half as good as any of those guys I mentioned. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. That's all I want to say. This rock stuff is contractions. I do contractions of big music, big band music, and then make it for a small band. You have to play big chords, you know. You be playing big chords and stuff. Anyway, this video is long enough. I wanted to make an explanation for this album because I can't type all that stuff. Anyway, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you give it a listen. And if not, that's okay. You know, I don't do it for that, but it'll be nice if people do like it because I'm going to do it regardless.